Live. This is Roddy Voorhees coming to you live on 330 to go. Today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, is being brought to us by Safe Dryer. I can't stress it enough. We need to get those dryer vents checked before you have a real problem. Don't delay. Act today. Call 330-510-1256 for a free estimate. Now, let's dive in to today's episode, and here to get us started, live from Stakeout Studios, here's our host, Hank Forrester.
Thanks a lot, Roddy.
You are quite welcome.
Hey, folks, I got to tell you,
just a lot of peanut butter.
we were very, very happy with our first episode. We had a nice turnout for that first episode. We had a lot of folks that tuned in, and we got a lot of good feedback. I just want to remind everybody, please remember to stop into those restaurants that we highlighted in the 330.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of them reached out to us as well. So we wouldn't mind. I would have to say every once in a while if we get some food that maybe gets delivered to us during our
that
shows,
would be phenomenal.
any one of those restaurants, we'll give them a free plug right
Let's
away.
get some food.
So
take it.
that'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
In addition to that, we did have some folks reach out about the NFL thing after the fact. Wanted to touch on that real quick. Yeah. Hey, we are actually recording the podcast this time. That's fantastic.
Awesome.
Let's hear it for the Moon Man.
Moon Man back there. Well done.
He hit the right button this time.
Thanks,
so that's,
Moon Man.
That's well done. All right. So point being, we had some folks reach out. We're going to put a little cherry on top of the NFL discussion, and that was the fact that all of the stars right now are out.
Oh, I know. J.J. Watt, Aaron Rodgers,
And
Richard Sherman,
and
Odell.
and
Odell Beckham.
Basically, anybody that does commercials for the NFL is out for the season.
Yeah.
So that's touching on our last episode. That just gives you an idea of some of the problems the NFL is experiencing. But that is not what today is about.
No, it's not.
Today, folks, for episode 2, we're going to be tackling 2 interesting topics. And one is your holiday traditions. And the second is we're going to discuss the Cavs for a bit.
Oh, yes, please. Let's talk about
We're going to wait. We're going to wait on the Cavs for right now.
I'll let it simmer.
We're going to wait on the Cavs.
We'll put it on the back burner, but I cannot wait.
Calm down, baby.
That being said, we're going to dive first into the holidays. Now, when we break down the holidays, we want to talk about 330, what there is to do around the 330 area, and specifically, here's the topics that we're covering tonight. All right, first of all, if you're new to the show, welcome. We appreciate you tuning in.
How are you, folks?
We appreciate you tuning in, but our format is this. We want to interact with you. If you want to, feel free to drop a comment in the comment sections on the live feed as we go.
Yeah, let us know you're here.
But in addition to that, if you want to text in, you just text this number right here.
330-714-7046.
And it fell down. And our soundboard operator will get us that information.
That's Mrs. Moonman.
It's 704, and Michigan still sucks.
Michigan still sucks.
Mrs. Moonman will get us your number, and we will literally call you live on the air. So if you want to contribute to the show, please feel free to do so.
Dave Henson's wants to talk high school football. I think we should let him know.
We're not talking high school football
next
until
episode.
Next episode,
Dave.
Keep your pantyhose out of a bunch, all right?
We are getting it together.
We will work on that next episode.
Yes.
But we prefer to have that discussion after the state championship results are in.
Yeah.
All right. So here we are. Here's our topics tonight on the holidays. You ready? So 1, what are your family traditions that you do for the holidays? 2, where are places around town that you like to do things? 3,
any upcoming events?
Calendar events around 330, things that you like to do. 4, what are some of the foods that you eat? A lot of times there's you do like once a year, right, in terms of the food. So any kind of food that you're into around the holiday times. Next is, do you actually light your house? In terms of, some people put up Christmas lights, some don't.
Some leave them up all year.
Some leave them up all year. If you're in certain cities, you leave your Halloween decorations up all year.
Yep.
Why do you do this?
So
We
what
don't
is
know.
what is your tree situation? Are you a live tree person or are you a fake tree person? Next is, how is your extended family situation? And then, how do you handle Black Friday shopping? All right. So these are some of the topics that we're going to talk about in Act 1. So let's go ahead and begin Act 1, and let's dive right into the holidays. All right. So first off, I want to talk.
706 Michigan still sucks.
First off, I'd like to talk about our traditions in regard. Well, let's start with Thanksgiving. Why don't we break this up?
Let's break it up. Thanksgiving and then the holidays.
So we'll do Thanksgiving first,
Christmas
and we'll
next.
kind of do Christmas second. All right.
Absolutely.
So let's start with Thanksgiving. So question 1 to you, Mike, is, how do you guys handle? How many family dynamics do you have? Do you alternate? How do you break up Thanksgiving in regards to the family situation?
Well, unfortunately, with
My parents.
being deceased, it's kind of a basic holiday tradition with my wife's mom and dad. We usually get together with them and do a Christmas or a Thanksgiving feast in the afternoon, eat way too much, and then pass out watching some football.
Are you typical turkey?
Turkey,
Stuffing,
green
potatoes.
bean, casserole, stuffing, mashed potatoes, rolls.
Okay. We do the same. We're very traditional in terms of what we have for food. But because of the dynamic that we have, my wife comes from a substantially large family. She's from a family of 6.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah, big Catholic family.
Oh, yeah. That's a big family.
Yeah. So we actually end up with them. We have to split up holidays, right? So we end up we alternate. Once you have a bunch of kids and you have the family situation the way that it is, we alternate between Akron and Yellow Springs. So one year we'll do Akron, the next year we'll do Yellow Springs, and vice versa. And we try to alternate that because there's certain holidays where we stay only do one thing, and there's certain where we alternate. And the Thanksgiving is one that we alternate.
It's good to alternate.
Yeah. So let us know what you guys do. Do you have a bunch of Thanksgivings that you have in regards to your family situation? So please respond to us on that.
We actually have someone from Yellow Springs that wants to say hello.
We do have and it looks like my mother-in-law. So hi.
Hi, mother-in-law.
Hello, Sue. Hello to Sue. Oh, and I think the actual Shirley is watching right now as well.
Oh, well, hello,
Yeah,
Shirley.
So, we'll talk to her later.
Absolutely.
All right. Next is we got a birthday.
We had a birthday actually. My wife Sarah turned 36 on the 18th.
Oh no! You weren't supposed to say her age.
Oh, she'll be okay with it.
Oh,
She'll be okay with it. If not, I'll hear about it later.
Dude.
But
No, you just say happy birthday. You don't actually.
Horrible turn of events.
that may have
Horrible.
been a mistake on my part.
That's
But
okay. That's okay. That's
but-
all
Happy birthday.
right. All right. So happy birthday to Mrs. Roddy.
Mrs. Roddy, yes.
Wherever she's at. All right. I think she's a little sick.
She's a little under the weather.
We got a fever. Let's for Miss Roddy. Let's give her a little cowbell.
There you go.
All right. A little
I love
cowbell
you,
for
honey.
Mrs. Roddy. All right. There we go.
Feel better.
All right. So what else? We're talking football, right?
She did get you, Hank. She said she is still and will forever be younger than you. Touche.
Back to football. back to football.
Well done.
What's this week, Mike?
Oh, it is the greatest week in college football because it is the Ohio State and that team up north. A big game on Saturday, this coming Saturday. Michigan still sucks.
Michigan. Yes, and it's interesting, right? Because that didn't used to be a part
no,
of
it
Thanksgiving.
used to be like a
It's
week,
like the week
earlier,
before,
yeah.
right? And then it's like, hey, we're gonna change this tradition, and it's worked out.
And
great.
I'm glad that they have.
So you get to eat turkey all day, and then you coma with football, all NFL after,
And then you shop on Black Friday, and
So-
then
leading up to the Michigan. I said Michigan. I meant Michigan.
Michigan,
Ohio State game.
I call it the team up north.
So let's talk Black Friday. All right. And of course, that tradition's changed too.
Yeah.
All right. Back in the day when my wife
I agree. Text in from Brian. He says Michigan still sucks.
We got a text in from Brian. Thank
you, Brian. I couldn't agree more.
Brian, wherever you are. So once again, folks, 330-714-7046. Send those text messages in. We'll interact with you live. Also, you can just read your comments or send your comments right on the 330 to go page as well.
Well, Hank, I do want to interrupt for just a second. We were talking about birthdays.
Yes.
You have a birthday coming up.
We do have a birthday
Not
coming
you
up in our family. Yeah, our big middle.
Big middle?
Our big middle.
Yep.
Our second daughter is going to be 11.
That's fantastic.
On the 24th.
All right.
So, and she was a Thanksgiving baby.
Happy early.
There's a story there. We always call her Turkey in, Turkey out. Okay, so that was
okay.
Remember that there was a show. It was ER. Remember ER?
ER.
We were watching ER. It was Thanksgiving night, right? Yep. It was Thanksgiving night. We're watching ER, and she had her turkey, and then we went to bed. Everything was fine. And about an hour later, she woke me up, and she goes, "Hey, it's time to go."
Then you got to go.
So yeah, we had a Thanksgiving.
When you
got to
go,
so that's pretty cool.
You got to go.
When you got to go, you got to go.
Exactly.
All right. So
sorry, going back to Black Friday.
Michigan OSU, but before that, Black Friday, right? So let us know what you do, folks. We want to know, what are your plans for Black Friday? How do you handle in and around the Akron area and surrounding areas, Cleveland included? Where do you go? What do you do? What's your plan of attack?
Do you do what I do and go and people watch?
People watching is always fun on Black Friday.
People watching is fantastic.
So 2 stories for me on Black Friday, right? 1, all right. What 3? I'll give you 3, right?
Okay.
So initially, Kate Forrester, my wife,
okay,
she would go with her mom and all of her sisters, and they would stake out. I think it was Elder Bierman. Elder Bierman was
Elder
the
Bierman.
Store down in Yellow Springs, was in the Dayton area, and they would have to go and get coupons. So they'd go at 4:35 a.m., 4 in the morning, and they would all go to different. They'd all go to the different doors of Elder Bierman.
Oh, wow.
So they had to get a coupon. So they'd go to get a coupon, and then they'd run around, go in the other door and get a coupon. And
so you get 2 coupons.
No, they get 4 coupons.
There you
but
go.
all
Okay.
of them would do this thing. They would change coats and change the way that they looked so that they did. And it was just ridiculous.
I don't know if you.
That was old Black Friday. Okay. Now with new Black Friday, you get your deals and your coupons all in advance. And now, of course, with the whole tradition where it starts on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
So, and I know you don't like that because it takes away Thanksgiving from the employees.
It frustrates me to no end because I feel like Thanksgiving doesn't get the justice it deserves. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday.
Okay.
Thanksgiving to me it's a big deal. You get family together. There's fellowship. There's so much food. There's a chance to see family that you don't necessarily get to see all the time. I've just been notified that I'm in the doghouse for revealing my wife's age.
We got a text. Who's that from?
It looks like Brian.
Oh, Brian.
So Brian knows my wife
sent a text in.
and knows that I'm in trouble.
Roddy's now in trouble for age revealing.
Right. I guess I'm in trouble. But anyway, Thanksgiving, I guess I'm crashing with you tonight, Hank.
You get nothing.
I'll get nothing.
You lose.
I did lose.
Good day, sir.
It is a good day. Anyway, so yeah, Thanksgiving to me is a big deal. I can't stand that these stores open at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I feel those people that are working deserve time with their families. When can it go back to how it used to be?
No.
When those stores would just open at midnight.
No.
Why?
It's not going to go back. If anything, it's going to get worse.
It's so stupid.
That's not how we are as a culture. You know that.
I know that, but I can dream, can I?
All right, so let me give you the intermediate, right? So the first one was the ladies would all run around and get all these coupons.
Right.
The second version of that was this fandangled thing called the internet, right? We got
an animal that's trying to break in right now.
We got a kitty at the window.
Cat
we got a kitty
at the window.
There's about to be a shenanigans video. We'll put that up later.
Oh.
All right, hold on. Whatever you just did, we lost everything.
I have lost sound.
We lost everything. We lost everything. Hold on.
Something got bumped.
There we go.
There we
we're
go.
back
We're
up.
back.
All right.
Okay. Sorry about that, folks.
It's live.
We got up.
We're doing it
got
live.
all excited to get the video of the cat trying to break in.
So this new internet idea, right? The internet.
The interworld, yes.
Where you could actually get onto the websites of the actual stores themselves.
Right.
So after coupon, this was when we first started dating, which would be 20 some odd years ago. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then this was kid one. I think kid one was, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 years old. So this would be 10 to 15 years ago.
Okay.
So I would log in on my laptop and I would go to wherever she was. So she'd be on her phone and she'd be like, hey, we're at Toys R Us. I've got Toy X and it's $36.95. And I'd log in online.
Can you find it?
And
cheaper?
I would find, I'd go to the eBay or wherever I could find it, right? It was like the Dora nightstand where you could do your makeup with the Dora. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'd say, okay, well, I've got it for $28.95. And so then we would buy it. I'd buy it online instead of, So in other words, I called that, what I called that was I was running air support.
You were secret shopping.
I was running air support on Black Friday air support, right? So then that fast forward now to this was I don't know 4 or 5 years ago. Wyatt was, I don't know, 3 years old, 4 years old. I had never done Black Friday. I'd never done that whole experience. I had no idea what I was doing. He's sick. She's like, you got to go here, 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 and here, and she gives me this list. Here's the stores you need to go to, and here's the items you need to find. Okay,
man.
And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I could do this. It's what So
you felt you could do it.
So I go to Walmart, right? Which I guess is the devil. Okay,
Walmart
I didn't know
is the devil.
So
Black Friday.
Well, so I end up I end up going to Walmart and I walk in and they hand you this map
of the store or where
where the thing is. Where the items should be.
Where the special items.
I'm on a treasure hunt right now. This is cool. So I'm looking, it was a specific tablet, all right? It was a stealth tablet or whatever.
Okay.
So they're like, it's not going to be back in the electronics, of course. It's in like lawn and garden. So I follow.
You got to go.
I follow the map.
All the way.
I follow the map and I'm walking around and there's
the
like people
back
getting
of
in
the
different
store.
lines in different places.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, okay. And I asked somebody, I'm like, what are you guys here? What are you here for? And they're like, we're here for the Tonka truck. I'm like, well, this isn't the right line. What are you guys here for? Well, we're here for the Huffy bike. I'm like, well, this is the wrong line. So then I keep going further and I get back by the garden hoses. Here's this little line, right? And it's for this tablet. Okay. And they're like, I'm like, what are you guys waiting for? They're like, we're here for the tablet. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to get in line. I am number 10. Okay.
I'm going to guess they had 9 tablets.
At this point, people start lining up behind me because they realize what's happening. And I'm on my treasure map. I got my little X, right? Here comes this dude. It's like the sale starts at, because they all are like timed.
They do
Walmart.
timed. Yep. Time
It's
releases.
Like I'm there for the 8 p.m. sale, right? So here comes this dude, and he's got this box. And he's one guy. He's carrying a box about this big, and he comes and he sets it down, poof, and he opens up the box, and it's these tablets. He's got 10. That's it. So they ran this wholesale. They advertised this tablet. Come get this tablet, right?
Yep. And they only
have
had
10. I am the 10th person in line.
And
Okay.
I'm surprised.
And I am thinking, I'm about to get mugged.
Yes, you are.
In the parking lot over at Tablet.
Not even in the parking lot. In the
There
store.
are literally 75 people behind me now
Oh,
at
man.
8 p.m. They're all on the line back there. And I'm thinking, oh, okay. And I'm looking back, and now there's these little kids back there. They're starting to cry, And then there's this one guy, and he's got an accent because you can tell he's from overseas, and he's cussing in like 18 languages. And I'm thinking, what do I do here? I legitimately felt bad. I'm like,
I
I'm walking.
probably would too.
I'm like, why would you guys advertise this?
I'd walk out with 2. Here you go. Thanks.
I mean,
Thank you.
Okay, no. The worst part about what I thought at that moment was I should sell this thing and I can sell it for triple right now to anybody behind me. But I felt so bad. But that was my Black Friday experience. So then I get down at Walmart and I go down to Target, just down the street, and it was glorious. It was beautiful. Like you walk in, everything's stacked nicely. They've got stuff to the ceiling. I literally didn't plan on buying anything, and I walked out of there with 4 televisions. I'm like, I call her. I'm going, hey. I said all the TVs are like 90% off right now. I'm HD in the whole house. She's like, just do it. So I literally bought 4 televisions for like $300 on Black Friday, and at that moment I said, I'm never doing this again. And now here's the problem, right? So now the middle daughter is old enough. So now the middle daughter and the teenage daughter have now been sucked in with the rest of the teenage nieces, with all of these aunts and Mama, if she's still watching out there. They leave the house on Thanksgiving Day at 6, 7 p.m., 8 p.m., and I don't see them again until probably 2 in the afternoon on Friday.
Wow.
and they're gone. They're gone like the
That's-
whole time.
that's a long-
it's
that's
and
a
I don't
long
I don't
time.
approve of it, right? Because I don't want my 10 or 11-year-old out there for all night after she stayed up all day.
Yeah.
And having knowing the fact that they're pumping her full of Starbucks.
Caffeine. maybe a certain energy drink.
Yeah,
or two,
they're
or
caffeinating.
three.
I'm not cool with that.
Yeah.
So, folks, during the show, feel free. We're going to move on now, but let us know if you have any of your Black Friday tips or any suggestions as to what you do for that fiasco.
Thankfully, I get to stay home and watch kids on Black Friday. I don't have to go out.
All right, so now we're going to transition, which in transitioning, I like to say that we literally use Thanksgiving in our household as the transition point. In other words, we give Thanksgiving its due, and we don't Christmas until Thanksgiving is over. All right, so that's just our take on that as far as a family. But that being said, we do listen to Christmas music on the way down. So as we're driving to Thanksgiving, I think it's 102.1 usually
They've
starts.
actually already started
Right,
Christmas music right now.
right. It's 102.1.
Yes, they've.
Already started.
Right. And the point being, we'll throw that on. We'll throw that on. You no. Do no Chris. What?
I'm.
You want me to sing?
No, I don't want you to sing. No, I don't want you to sing. We're
No,
good.
no.
We're good. We're good on that.
Thank you.
All right. But we start our Christmas music on Thanksgiving on the way down. So that's like our break point, right? Because we've been watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade for
Right.
our whole life. My dad would literally wake me and there's a story about that. Good old Gus Forrester. he would bang a pot and pan to wake us up for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Doesn't that start at like 8 in the morning?
It's like 8 is the pregame, and then it
you
starts
needed
at like
to wake
9.
up. You needed someone to wake you up.
Right, he would
at
wake
8
us
in the
up with a
morning.
pot and pan.
Okay.
Point being, we would.
I got a fever.
Well, and that's it sounded a lot like this. Yes. All right. Point being,
Wow.
he wake us up. So then, obviously, that's what starts. We literally took that into our tradition that the seeing Santa at the end of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was the official start of the Christmas holiday season.
Okay.
So that being said, let's dive into Christmas. Okay, folks? What are your traditions for Christmas? First of all, I want to start out with the last 2 winters have been miserable. Like, I mean, miserable from the standpoint of they've been really like weird, like North Carolina weather. Like we've had
we've
50
had 50
degrees
degrees
and no
and-
snow for
right.
two. And I'm not jinxing us, guys. We all
Or
know
it'll snow.
we all know we're going to get whacked this year. Okay, I always base the snow off of what happens with the hurricanes, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get crushed. Okay, so point being,
I beg to differ, but we'll see.
where
I think we'll be fine.
where does the Roddy family go sledding, folks? Where do you go sledding? Where do you go sledding?
We're not really a big sledding family per se. Like I can't really think of a time where we've actually gone sledding. We live close to Firestone Park area, so they have the big hill there. I know my wife's family was big into sledding. I had a huge hill in my backyard when I was a kid, but
Okay, I'm embarrassed. I didn't know this was going to be a part of the show. You are coming with us.
okay,
All right.
honey, you heard it.
First time we go sledding, you're coming over, and we're taking you, and we're literally gonna baptize you by fire because we're gonna take you to Hawkins Hill.
Okay,
Okay.
I've heard of
Now,
Hawkins.
Hawkins Hill is legendary because it's a bowl, so it's not like a hill and it ends, right? It's a bowl. So in other words, you go down, and you come back down the other side, and you're coming back into the people that are coming down.
Oh,
Horrible turn of
that's
events.
wonderful.
So
Horrible.
Great.
well, the amount of injuries that I've seen on Hawkins Hill have been epic. Okay.
Firestone Metro Park.
All right. So
Hill.
we're hearing from the Moonman's and Mrs. Moon, and they go to Firestone.
Mrs. Moon.
They go to Firestone
Okay.
Metro Park.
But
Firestone Metro Park Hill. But Firestone is just a single return. You just go down and you go right back up, right? It is long. It's a long ride.
Wow.
It is the longest ride. Longest ride in the county, Firestone Metro Park Hill. It's the
Hank-
longest ride in the county is what you're claiming. That's
Hank, I don't know if I want to get. I might not survive.
That's over by Firestone High.
I may
Firestone
not survive.
Country Club, right? Is it off Warner Road?
There's a big hill over off of Warner Road. Warner in Maine.
broke her collarbone last time.
Yeah. Wow, Annette, I'm sorry.
Annette, no
Sorry.
names, please. Annette broke her collarbone the last time she went sledding.
Oh, my goodness.
Hopefully it wasn't on Hawkins Hill, so that's not the one.
No, let's hope not.
Anyway, Hawkins is a bowl, right? So it's really fun, right? And to get there, it's in West Akron. You know what? We're always going to be partial to West Akron, folks, but go ahead and text us in where you like to go sledding. Looks like we got a text coming in right now. Where's it at?
Barbertucky.
No, we're not going to bring up Barberton. We're not bringing up. We are.
I think I hit a nerve.
We are not
I
disrespecting Barberton.
believe I
No.
hit the nerve.
We are not disrespecting Barberton.
We are
Because
it was a
our
joke.
entire
It was a-
production team is from Barberton.
It was a
okay?
joke.
And
Thank
we
you,
are not
Lacey.
we are
Calm
not
down,
we are
baby.
not
Calm
bringing
down.
up the Hope and Barberton game until
No,
the
that's
next.
horrible.
We're not.
Wow.
We lost us again.
We lost us again.
We're not
wow.
bringing up the Hope and Barberton game until next episode. Okay.
No,
So-
that'll be the next episode.
Uh-oh. Now we got.
We're not.
now we got
Gonna,
anger-
I'm
now we got
not
anger text.
dissing
Anger texts are
B-Town.
coming
It
in.
was a
Anger text.
joke.
All right, so back to what the
Please
text
don't
was.
hurt
Where's
me.
it at? The
It
water
was a
tower.
joke.
The water tower in
Barberton.
Barberton.
Yeah.
Wherever that is, I'll have to check it out. By the park. Okay.
If anybody can tell us where this water tower
Who did that
is.
text come from? Is there a number?
If you're out there
Okay, well,
and you know
give
where
me-
this water
give me the
tower
number.
is,
Give me the number. We're gonna call this
We're
caller
gonna-
live. We're
stand
going
by.
live.
We're going live.
Hold on.
Do it live.
We're calling this. We're
Here,
calling this
I'll-
person
I'll-
live. I hope they're still watching.
I hope you answer the phone.
697.
Watch this be a business.
I'm not reading the rest of the number. Okay. Watch it be a business or go to voicemail.
Can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello?
Hey, this is Hank Forrester. You're live on the air. How are you?
Doing well. How about you?
Doing well. Doing well. Hey, thanks for texting in. What's your first name?
This is Dan.
Dan. Hey, Dan. Where is the water tower in Barberton, the hill that we're talking about?
It is, let's see, Worcester Road.
Okay.
State Street. So State Street, it's as you get off 76 at State Street and you're heading like you pass the old Hazelwood School or the Christian Healthcare Ministry on the left.
Okay. I know right where that is.
You see a row of houses. Behind that, this
You know where it's at?
big hill.
Okay.
You actually get to it from Summit Street.
You get to it from Summit Street.
There's a church up there and it has a big parking lot.
Is it safer than Hawkins Hill?
Well, it's not a bowl.
Okay. It's not, it's not a bull. All right. Well, Dan, we appreciate you interacting. We thank you for taking our call, and we appreciate you being a loyal fan of ours. You take care now. Folks, let's have cowbell for Dan, everybody.
Thanks, Dan. Now we know. How about Kendall Hills?
Roger, we got a text from Roger. He
Hey,
says,
Roger.
Kendall Hills. Where is Kendall Hills?
Kendall
at?
Hills, would that be?
It says it's near Truxell Road by Manitowoc. Kendall Hills, near Truxell.
Is that local?
What?
Roger, can you be a little bit
we
more
know it's
specific?
330, but we're at Truxell. What suburb is that?
Are we talking Virginia Kendall? Are we talking? Those roads do not sound familiar to me.
Is it by Hudson?
The more you know. Hey, by the way, Michigan.
It's
Michigan
7:29.
Still sucks.
Wow, we're talking a lot today.
We are.
This one could be a 2-hour episode.
Could be. You never know.
All right, so if you don't have a sledding place, I would recommend Lock 3.
Lock 3. We do go to Lock 3 every year.
I got an ad here for it. That's the Winterfest. Let's bring it up.
Winterfest, folks. Coming soon.
Winterfest at Lock 3. They've got all kinds of events throughout the course of the winter. And 303 and Route 8 is what Roger's saying. Okay, so
Okay.
that must be in that Hudson
Virginia
Falls
Kendall
area.
Park, yeah. up that way.
Winterfest, Lock 3, right? So, again, because we haven't any snow the last 2 years, there's been an issue with the toboggan run.
Yep. You
It's-
can't have a toboggan run without
We
snow.
went the last day it was open last year.
Okay.
No snow. It was like 50 degrees and no coats. We're wearing shorts.
Oh, that's great.
And poor Wyatt, my boy, He'd only get like a third of the way down, and then he'd have to do that. He'd have to do
Have
that.
to do the butt scoot
He'd
all
do
the
one
way
of
down.
those things to do. So
Oh.
yeah, the Lock 3. The nice thing about Lock 3, the pricing is very affordable for a family.
Lock 3 is fun.
Let me
Ice
read it off
skating
for you.
rink is fun.
They got Polar Putt-Putt that's indoors, so if it's cold, you just go indoor to warm up. That's $3. They got the Reindeer Run, which is the slide, right? And that's the
Yes.
toboggan run.
Yep.
That's $3 to do. Then ice skating is for rentals. I think it's $2 if you're skating with your own skates and $4 if you're getting a rental. And then if you want to do the whole thing, like do a whole pass, it's like $10 for it's called the Arctic Adventure Pass.
Yep.
All right.
That'll let you do
So
everything
again,
there.
we always recommend Lock 3. So if you don't have your own sledding places to go, feel free to check that out downtown Akron.
Thanks, Lock 3.
Which, speaking of, I never did finish Hawkins. If you want to go to Hawkins and experience the Death Bowl, as we call it, you just go to Castle Boulevard in West Akron. You go to the end of Castle, literally. It's a lot of fun, and they do have a little bench area.
This is making me not want to go with you.
No,
I
you're
just
going,
want you to know.
All right, so you guys like snow.
Oh, I love. No, hold on. Let's be specific here. I don't necessarily love a lot of snow. What I look forward to is that first snowfall of the year where you have the big puffy flakes. It may not be sticking to the ground, but it's just a beautiful sight.
Right.
And that tells you that winter is here.
Winter's here.
And
We
get ready.
we had some snow already. That was kind of cool. We had
It
some
snowed.
today, actually.
It snowed today a little bit,
Okay.
but I need the big
You want like
puffy flakes.
You want like 4, 5, 6 inches?
No, absolutely not.
You just want 2 inches.
One maybe.
1 inch of snow.
1 inch
All
of
right.
snow would be good for me.
And it's just kids, come look, it's snowing.
It's
Hey.
snowing. Hey guys, check this out.
All right. Well, that brings us to the big guy, right? So, a lot of folks do Santa traditions, and where's your favorite Santa?
My favorite Santa,
Do you guys take your kids to Santa?
Hartville Hardware has been pretty cool the last couple of years. They've had Mr. and Mrs. Claus. They're extremely friendly. We had some pictures taken there. That's pretty good.
So an actual private
Like
Santa
a
for
private
them.
Yep, it's like back towards the back of the store in their own little private.
What's that cost?
It's free to get your picture taken, and then if you want to buy the picture, I believe it costs something. I'm not.
So they'll let you do
100%
your
sure.
own pictures.
Well, no. Yeah, you can hand them your phone.
Okay.
You can hand them a camera. There's somebody there that will take a
Where's this at again?
Hartville Hardware in the 330 in Canton,
Hartville Hardware.
North Canton, Hartville
Hey, the magic word.
330.
Free.
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 Take your kids.
Here's why, right? So we alternate. Ronnie doesn't
I don't
listen.
like snow because I don't have hair. That is correct. I am bald and beautiful, and I'm taking it one day at a time.
Speaking of, right? I'm not bald,
You are not bald.
and I'm not beautiful. But
you are to us. You are to us.
I'm in that time of year where I don't have a lot of weddings to do, right? So
No, people don't like snow.
my thought
weddings.
process was I always grow my hair out and I always start my little silly beard this time of year. I was thinking about but stating that I won't cut my hair again or shave until the Browns win a football game.
Good luck.
But
Good luck.
After I've watched
So we'll be referring to you as Noah or
after
All right.
Here comes Kate. Kate didn't hear that one, so we'll leave that one alone.
you know what, fans, if you'd like to see that happen, please comment, let us know. I would like Hank to put up or shut up on that one.
All right. So let's have some interaction. If you want me to do that, just type in our comments right now. Just say, "Let it grow."
Let
Okay?
it grow.
Let it grow.
Let it grow.
All right, we'll go.
Let it grow. Let it grow. Let it grow.
All right. So, where's your favorite Santa, folks? So it always comes down right.
Oh, mom-in-law is like,
Mom-in-law
nope.
said no. It comes down to it comes down to Santa for us is either a Chapel
Shirley
Hill.
says no.
Both moms
So
said
it's
no.
3-2 with Let It Grow. I like it. Here we
So-
go.
This show just took a turn.
No, it didn't. You
turn.
spoke, and now it's
Brian says let it go.
Thank you,
All
Brian.
So
Thank you, Roger. Thank you, Sarah. Thank
Where
you,
is
Jessica.
your favorite?
Let's-
I'm bringing it back in. Where's
try.
your favorite Santa? So we got Chapel Hill and
We got Archie.
we got Summit Mall.
Can we talk
we're not-
about Archie?
I don't want to talk about Archie yet. Archie's creepy.
Archie's fantastic.
So we got Chapel Hill and Summit Mall Santas, right? One looks like the Richard Attenborough Santa, and one
Okay.
looks like he's Crypt Keeper Santa.
What about the one at Belden Village?
I know we don't. That's too far for us. But if you do go to Belden Village, let us know.
Belden, they have a decent looking Santa. We were at the mall a couple weeks ago, and I did see them getting ready. And he looked like a normal Santa.
Our issue, right, is Richard Attenborough, good-looking Santa
Mhm.
at Summit Mall. He's double the price of Crypt Keeper Chapel
It's
Hill
a
Santa,
ripoff.
right? Santa in the Mall in Strongsville, coming at you from Donnie. So Donnie's texting in. They like to go to the Strongsville Mall,
Strongsville.
right? Is that Strongsville Mall? Okay, so check out that Santa. Is that still 330 or is that 440?
That
It's like-
might
it's
be on the
borderline.
line.
But they drive.
Donnie,
from,
can you help us out?
Donnie
Is that
drives
in fact
from 330, so that's
330?
fine. All right, so
Let
let
us
us know
know.
where your favorite Santa is. All right, you want to talk about Archie?
Let's talk about Archie. All right, he may be a little creepy at times,
I thought I printed a picture of him.
but Archie has been a childhood memory of mine since I can remember.
So Archie, if none of you kids have been to see Archie, Brian also recommends the North Pole Santa. Where's wow, this
The
is
North
Brian guy.
Pole Santa.
Brian's having a good time.
Hey, Brian.
All right, so
Brian, we love you.
Archie,
Thanks, Brian.
raise your hand out there.
Raise
if,
your hand.
if you've been
We can't
to
see
Archie.
them.
All
I
right,
can't see them.
say yes to Archie if you've been in front of Archie or taking your kids to see
Is
Archie.
Archie like 40 feet tall?
Archie's like a 30 or 40 foot tall
He is gigantic.
snowman, and he talks. He says his eyes
He speaks.
his eyes light up.
Very
but his
fluent.
mouth doesn't move. Right? He's
No,
really
his
creepy.
mouth
He's
does not
very
move.
Creepy looking. Usually he's at Chapel Hill.
He's still there.
I think initially he started at Rolling Acres.
He
for
did.
those folks.
He
that,
was at Rolling Acres Mall. Then
But he's
unfortunately
he's
we
been
all know what
around for
happened.
40 years or so. 40 or 50. Yeah,
Krampus.
he's like Krampus.
Yeah, Krampus.
Kate
That
Forster
was a
over here
good-
saying Archie's like Krampus.
But I can remember I took my kids to see Archie last year.
He's free.
He is free. You go, you stand in line, you get a candy
They
cane.
get a piece of candy.
You get a candy cane, and then you step up to the microphone so that Archie knows who he's talking to, and Archie will talk. My daughter loved it. My son, not so much. He looked at him like, "What is this?"
It's like
And
Christmas.
What are you doing?
It's like
to me?"
Christmas Story. The ho ho
Yeah.
ho, right? And
Archie's been a staple.
it's like a
for
thing.
a long
You
time.
just do it.
Yeah.
You just take your kids to see Archie.
All
okay?
right, so Mrs. Moonman, take your kids to Chapel Hill Mall.
If you've
Go
never
see
seen
Archie,
go see Archie.
and tell him the
everybody.
330.
It's
sent
definitely
you.
a 330 tradition right there.
Thank you, Archie.
All right, parades, folks. Where do you guys go for your parades?
Oh, we
What
have
is
a
it?
video sent in. This is the
There's a video
video.
of the
water
wa-
tower.
Okay, so
Okay.
Dan,
Thanks, Dan.
in response to our question,
Wow.
did they put it on our page?
He did.
On the 330 to go page, if you check it out, there is footage from the water tower area in Barberton to go sledding. So that's up now. So if you want to check that out, again, any of your local sled places, feel free to communicate
shout 'em
those to
out.
us. All right, parades. Where do you guys go for your parades? I know there's the one downtown Akron that's usually, I think it's a Saturday after Thanksgiving,
I
right?
believe so. Yeah, it's they do the Christmas John S. Knight Center stuff.
Let's see what I got here. I got some of my
You
notes.
got a lot of papers.
Parades. I had it listed here.
Parades.
Oh, shuffle. Santa, Norton. Norton has a women's club that hold their Christmas in the park. That's on December 2nd. That's in the Norton area. That's at Columbia Woods Park on Columbia Woods Drive. So check that out. And Fairlawn has their Christmas Bazaar. That's on November 18th. That's already done. But right now, is November 18th?
Yeah, that was Mrs. Roddy's Voorhees.
That was done, all right. But in addition to that, the Holiday Tree Festival kicks off.
Yep.
You guys do that?
We go every year. The John S. Knight Center. It is a wonderful event. It is, again, free to get in. And just wandering and seeing all these different types of trees and different types of decorations. I always look for
My favorite Ohio State
Well,
tree.
well, the nice thing about the event it's my understanding, right, that all the trees are for sale. Is that correct?
Yes, they are.
And all of them are in sponsoring some sort of a charity.
Yes.
How's that go? It all goes to children. Okay, so everything goes to Children's Hospital. So if you've never been to that, folks, make sure you check that out. That's downtown Jazz Night Center. I believe it kicks off.
It's probably ending this weekend.
No,
It kicked off yesterday.
It started yesterday,
And I think it goes through next weekend.
I think it ends Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah,
We
yeah, it
usually
goes
go
through the-
Thanksgiving
I was
Day.
talking to Stephanie. Yesterday, and she said that they had set up their tree, and that it does go there. It goes the rest of the week.
We'll actually go probably Thanksgiving Day.
The
or the
issue
day
with it though,
before.
right, is the good trees all sell relatively quickly. So
Oh,
you don't
yes.
want to wait on that. So, and the way that works is you show up, you say, I want a tree, I want to bid on that tree. You win that tree, you pay that money,
Mhm.
and
it
then
goes
it's
to a
yours.
Fantastic cause.
It goes home with you. You take that
Yeah,
tree
you
home,
take it
and
with you.
that's your Christmas tree, right?
They have trees, they have wreaths, they have there's some Christmas decorations up. I mean, it's a good time.
And I'm going to point this one out. This is holiday events and fun at the Akron Artworks. Where is Akron Artworks located? They're down in the valley. They're down in Merriman. But they've got printmaking. They do holiday cards. They want you to donate art. They do clay dreidels and donuts, and they do cookie plates for Santa. And those are events. Let's see if I can bring that up close to you. There's the dates on those events. That's down in the valley. That's the Akron Artworks. So make sure you check those events out as well.
I do believe also at the Tree Festival that there is a Santa and a Mrs. Claus, and you can get your pictures taken there as well.
I haven't been there in so many years because we used to go all the time as a family, and then
You should go back.
we just stopped.
I think you should go back. If
All right.
I have to go sled riding with you, you have to go to the John S. Knight Center.
He didn't do the tree festival?
Sorry, Moon Man.
All right. So I want to bring this up as well. This is at the Akron Civic Theater. This is a annual tradition, but it's backed by popular demand. I think they took a year or two off, and I hate saying that word out loud, but that's the.
And just so we're clear, for the Tree Festival, the trees don't go home with you; they get delivered.
Yeah, right. But my point is, it's your tree. You keep it.
Yes,
The Nutcracker backed
Oh,
by popular
fantastic.
demand.
the Nutcracker.
That's November 25th through December 3rd, downtown at the Akron Civic Theater. It's by the Ballet Theater of Ohio. All right, so check that out. I do not know the cost in that. Look it up on your own, but I wanted to point that out if you missed that one.
Nutcracker. That sounds like fun.
And let's talk about this one. I saw this one as well. I never heard of this. This is a new one. This was pointed out to me. It's Camp Cool Yule outside. It's 7th annual. It's at Gent
Okay.
Square. Everybody see that?
Gent.
That is
Square.
Sunday, November 26th. And it looks like they got horse-drawn carriages, they got Santa and live music, raffles and stuff. But it looks like you're supposed to bring your camper. I'm not sure how that works. So check into that. Gent Square. And again, it's Camp Cool Yule. And I think you decorate your camper. Let me read it. Let me read it again. Plus, blah, 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 blah. One ticket, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'm pumping something. I don't know what it is.
You are
It's on
telling
Gent Square.
folks to go, and you have no idea what you're sending them to.
Check it out, guys.
Good job, Hank.
Moving on. All right, so foods. What do you guys eat for Christmas?
Ham.
You eat ham?
Ham all the way.
You guys are ham people?
I love ham.
What do you guys
Ooh,
do?
Prime rib.
Prime rib? You're prime rib people?
Probably shrimp is somewhere in there.
We do ham, okay. Oh, okay. It was Shirley who told us the trees don't go home with you.
They wait till the end of the.
Did you see that, or did you? See
I
that?
saw that. That's kind of why
Okay.
I mentioned it.
Leave it to one of the.
Thanks,
leave
Shirley.
Leave it to one of the former, the head of the one of the
She
heads of the
knows.
Akron JCs for all
Yes,
those years.
She
to-
knows what's going
to
on.
correct us on downtown Akron.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, so food. So we have this really neat thing that we do on Christmas Eve. All right. Well, first of all, before we do that, how many Christmases do you have?
I do one still. Sometimes it depends. My parents obviously still gone. So still gone.
Still-
It hasn't changed. They're still gone. So we do the one with the in-laws, and then we'll do.
My grandfather lives in Southern Ohio. We'll go see him.
My wife's brother lives in,
North Carolina.
and then. So it depends on the year. Things kind of change. I probably do like 400
He
Christmases.
said,
One Christmas
He said one.
I said
He
one.
said we do one.
We
Now
do
it's all of a
one.
sudden it's like
but,
6.
it depends on who's in town and
Okay.
the schedules.
Well, we do.
You probably do 40, right?
Our. Let me think. Technically,
27?
Technically, it's 4.
Golly, Miss Mullen.
Technically, it's 4.
All right.
So here's how this goes. So we do Christmas Eve at my aunt's in Mentor
Mhm.
with my mom's extended family. Stop it. Then we do Christmas Eve with my parents after that. So in other words, we come home, right? And we have Christmas Eve with my parents. And then Christmas morning we do the at home with where the kids get all their Santa gifts. And then we get in the car and we drive down every year on Christmas Day. We drive down to Yellow Springs, and then we have our 4th Christmas with my wife's extended family. All right, so literally we do 4 Christmases, and I gotta tell you, I don't want to sound whiny or complaining.
You are. I can tell it's coming.
But I am the driver.
Where?
So, and then I'm also the putter together of stuff at the evening.
Okay.
Blah blah blah.
Uh-oh.
So point is,
Mrs. Forrester's
I
calling
don't-
you out
from
right
a-
now.
From a parenting standpoint, I don't get a lot of sleep and I do a lot of driving. Okay.
We may have a fight for the first time on 330 to go.
Kate is disagreeing.
Wow. I did make a omission.
Yeah.
I have family that lives in that state up north.
Okay.
So we go and see them. They come to us. We kind of rotate a little bit, but I would be remiss not to mention my sister.
Well, how many? Now you get 7 Christmases.
No, it just depends because we'll celebrate Christmas on Christmas Day, but we may have to do an extended Christmas with some of the family, just depending on schedules and vacations. And I believe you are driving a Wambulance. Wow.
Wow, is that coming?
Thank you, Shirley. Thank you, Shirley.
That's my mom. Talk about no respect. I feel like Rodney Dangerfield over here. All right, so the point is, one of those Christmases, right? Christmas Eve for us when we were with my well, it's both, but I want to talk about my extended family, right?
Okay.
We do like 2 hours of appetizers. It's like my aunt makes these wonderful stuffed mushrooms. The stuffed mushroom
That
cast with
actually
the
sounds
sausage
really good.
and the cheese and the
Yeah.
sour cream in there. Oh, it's fantastic. And then they make Melba snacks. The Melba snacks, you ever had those? They do this green onion
Okay.
scallion snacks. They have the shrimp with the shrimp cocktail. It's like literally 2 hours before we even get to food. It's fantastic. And that starts at noon and it goes to like 2.
Wow.
So that's we're really into our stuff. Food, more food. Yeah.
The holidays, it's food.
Yes. So let us know if you got any special foods that you guys are into for your holidays.
And if you'd like to bring samples, we will.
Want to bring samples? We're gonna be
we'll
on
eat 'em for you.
live a couple times in December, so we want to bring us some sample Christmas foods. That'd be great.
Yeah. The more you know. And Michigan still sucks. That's 748. I love
it's Michigan week.
it. Michigan.
All right.
week.
So lighting. How do you guys handle your lighting?
We will light our porch, the walkway. Not a lot of outdoor decorations. Most of ours are inside. We did buy an inflatable snowman.
Okay.
No, his name is not Archie.
It's not Archie.
He was purchased for my wife's birthday, and so I'm excited. He's about 3.5 feet tall.
What's
What's your birthday? I can't reveal her age again. I'm already in trouble. So
in case you folks are just tuning in, Roddy went ahead and spilled the beans on his
love my
wife's
wife.
age straight up.
My wife. I'm sorry. Please don't make me sleep on the couch. Oh, that's right.
Oh.
I'm sleeping here.
So yeah, he messed up.
yeah, I did.
I
done messed up. AA.
I'm all about lighting now, but not lighting yet. I'm for the safety.
So you'll hang them. You just won't turn them on.
You hang them in as soon as Halloween's done. That's the free pass to hang the lights. Okay. Because the lights that way you're doing it when it's not crazy snowing yet and all that.
Right.
Sort of thing.
You want to do it when it's a little warmer.
Yeah, when it's safe. And then at that point, you light them after Thanksgiving. That's my take. But one of the things we do, right?
How do you hang?
Who said this?
Horrible turn of events.
Who said this?
Horrible.
Wow.
So
what do you do?
It's a place called Raymar Estates. Okay.
Okay.
It's down in, it'd be considered Cedarville, Clifton area by Yellow Springs, and it's where the entire neighborhood. It's one of those where you pull into there's one way in and out. I don't know what's happening. Moon Man and his wife have
Something's
totally
going
lost
on
it
in the
back there.
studio audience here.
It's you pull back into this
compose
development,
yourselves,
right? And
folks.
every one of them has
Wow.
like what's it called, a luminaire. So it's those little
Yeah.
like a bag or
That's like the thing that talked from
no,
Beauty and the
not,
Beast.
not Lumiere. It's
My bad.
a
My bad.
luminaire.
Oh, okay.
And we do
Got
that
it.
on our street too. On our location shall remain nameless because we are Stakeout Studios. But the point is, our street will line the entire street with milk cartons with candles in them on
Okay.
Christmas Eve. It's
That's
really
wonderful.
cool. It's really cool. But from a lighting standpoint, I wanted to point out, right, if you are local to this area, I did want to point out Stan Hewitt. It's not too far from us.
Stan Hewitt, yes.
Stan Hewitt does their
Go check their lights. You can barely see that. but
Stan
sure.
Hewitt does the Deck the Halls.
November 24th
It's already started.
through the 26th.
Yep, it's already started. So Deck the Halls runs now until I think until after Christmas, right after Christmas. It's a wonderful light display, and I believe you also get to go in the mansion as well. And so make sure you check out Stan Hewitt if you're local to the 330.
Yep, absolutely.
Who puts the lights on your tree, Roddy?
My wife puts the lights on our Christmas tree. Usually.
Okay, well, so does mine, and there's a reason for that because I am Bear Patch guy. So, in other words, I'll light the whole thing because I don't care. I'll just go round and round and round and round, and it's done, right? That's not how Kate is. Kate's got to have every piece of tree lit, and every branch has to have its own little lighting, right?
Right.
So we got a text coming in from over here.
Christmas oyster soup.
Christmas morning for breakfast. Jason's texting in. They do oyster soup. Are you crying? Are you okay?
Wow. Mrs. Moonman is shedding tears here.
Moonman's laughing over here. Luminary. I said luminary. God, this whole thing.
Shirley is watching you.
Shirley-
She's got her eyes on.
We
on
now
you.
have our checks and balances system
We
in
do.
place. All right.
We do.
All
But
right,
no. So my wife will put the lights up simply because there's usually one that's out every year without fail.
right. As far as the strand,
We have to test the lights, and then we have.
do you
to,
do that thing where you light
You plug
light
them into
up
the
before,
wall.
right?
Yes,
Okay.
you plug them into the wall,
Okay.
and then it's a 4-generational tradition.
4 generations of oyster
Wow.
soup. Okay, we'll go with oyster soup for Jason and his
Oyster
family.
soup. Awesome.
All right, so this brings the big debate, right?
Mhm.
Are you guys a real tree family or a fake
Oh,
tree
real,
family?
beyond a shadow of a doubt. And I was not that way. When I grew up, it was fake. All the way. I remember having to go up in the attic and lug that stupid plastic 7-foot tree downstairs, set it on the floor, take it all out of the box,
Shirley's
and
watching.
hang it and bend them out,
Shirley's watching.
blow
So,
the things because they're so covered in dirt and dust. And
we had the same thing, right? It was this massive. It was. I'm not going to say.
Oh,
No, ours
careful,
was not
careful.
covered. Our tree was very clean coming out of the attic because it was covered.
Oh, just a lot of peanut
Because it was
butter.
covered in plastic.
oh man,
so. Oh no. So the point is, so we'd bring the set. It's a big, massive tree, and then we go to light it, right? And this was like what 70s, 80s. We had those light bulbs.
oh
that
the
were-
gigantic
they were
light.
this
Yes,
big,
I
and they
grew
had
up with
that
those
silver
fat light bulbs. Yes.
the silver aluminum reflector, right?
Mhm.
I mean, it was just waiting to burn like the whole block down. Okay, so, but again, so that was how I grew up,
Oh yeah.
and then I married this woman. Okay, and she's like, and she goes, I married this country girl, and she's like, and we can't. What do you mean? What's a fake tree? I'm like, well. I said we should just go and buy our tree. We're married now. We could go, we go to Target, buy a tree. She's like, oh no. She's like, we have to have a live tree because when you walk in the house, you have to smell pine, and I'm going okay. So we started going. We go to Collier Tree Farm. We are loyal customers to Collier Tree Farm, and they are they're off Copley Road on Collier Road, right?
Yeah.
So
Take Copley, turn on the
So,
Collier. Yep.
and they have those, what are they called? The Douglas fir. I think the Douglas fir, right?
Okay.
It's like it's green with a little bit of white on the leaves to it. It's fantastic, but those are expensive. So they're anywhere in the range of, I don't know, $50 to $85 depending on.
They can get a little pricey.
So you were going to tell a story about.
We do a live tree. We started doing it when the wife and I got married. But before we touch on the tree, I must say my wife does a fabulous Christmas village.
Okay.
So we have above our TV in our front room, we have some shelves, and she's been able to masterfully build this Christmas village with like cherished teddies and things. It's phenomenal. I don't know what's going on with our production.
We need
staff.
a studio where we're in separate rooms.
I think it's coming. But
oh man!
So yeah, her Christmas village is phenomenal. I do have to give her a shout out on that because I look forward to it every year. You know, it's absolutely gorgeous.
You know what's interesting about that is I used to do a fantastic Christmas village. It was the neat little houses. They're about tall.
The glass houses.
They all lit up. I had the little people on the little ice rink and all that. It was wonderful.
What happened?
It sat on top of this thing that it was one of the first purchases I ever got when I became a single guy out on my own, where I moved away from home. It's called an entertainment center. From Service Merchandise. I got my very first entertainment center when I moved out on my own, and it was massive. I mean, it was the size of our backdrop behind us.
Okay.
And the top of it was huge, and that is where I did the Christmas village. And I loved it. And I kept adding pieces, and it was this beautiful Christmas village, and it was wonderful. And so to me, that was the start of the holidays, right? It's set down by Christmas village.
Yep, that's something I look forward to. Usually the wife gets it done before I get home from work, and it's phenomenal. I love coming home to see it.
Roddy.
Yeah.
I can't do that anymore.
Why is that?
Because how do I say this? I wasn't.
Do you need a moment?
I wasn't forced to get rid of the entertainment center.
Oh.
But it was strongly suggested by my wife.
Okay.
And a lot of other people in my life at the time.
For those that can't see,
I was told.
Hold on. For the folks that can't see what's going on currently, Hank is getting an absolute glare from his better half. I don't believe that he is being 100% truthful.
No. This is accurate. I was told that if you want me to be able to make the space that we need in this house for things to go where they go, the entertainment center must go. And I documented this, and it was a sad day in my life.
Oh, no, you put a picture that
I put a picture.
Kate has said
I had a picture up of the entertainment center, and everyone was like, "It must go. It must go."
If it's the entertainment center I'm thinking of, it needed to go.
So the point is,
agree.
I don't do my Christmas village anymore.
I'm sorry.
We digress.
So back to the story. So yes, every year we go and we get a real tree. You bundle up, you drive. We go to this place out in Hartville. For the moment, I cannot think of the name of the tree farm. Honey, if you're watching and you can assist on that, I forget the name of it, but they're a wonderful place. We've gone in the last couple of years. So we'll travel there in our minivan. We usually we argue over picking a tree. It's an
all-day affair.
Really, and we Gale House Tree Farm. Yes, and it's
in Doylestown.
Gale House Tree Farm in Doylestown.
They are fantastic.
Okay.
So we spend about roughly $50-$60 on a tree.
Okay.
After arguing to find the tree and agreeing on the tree, so we cut it down. I get down on my hands and knees and cut this thing down with a saw. Takes forever. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm not a handy guy at all. But what are we laughing at?
Just
keep going. Okay.
Roll tape.
So then you take it to them. They shake the tree. They get all the dead stuff off of it. They wrap it. And then the fun begins. We put it on the van. We tie it down. We'll get in the van. And the stupid thing comes off. And we have to retie the tree to the van, have a good laugh. And at this point, I just want to go home, throw this thing up, and call it a day. It's an adventure for sure.
Oh my God.
I'm lost here.
We're just visualizing.
I don't know what has
visualizing-
happened here.
We're just visualizing you, knowing you and your family, what that would look like.
It is. It's an adventure.
Oh, dude. Oh, man.
Michigan still sucks. It's 8 p.m., folks, and Michigan still sucks.
Oh, man. All
So,
right,
yes,
so
it is. The fun part about getting the tree is that we're able to get free hot chocolate and popcorn.
crying.
So that's always fun. You get to drag the kid around on a sled before we find a tree, but it is. I'm being told that we never spend that much on a tree, but it's $40 to $50, $60. It's in that ballpark.
All right, so okay,
It's an adventure.
we're not arguing. I'm not arguing tree costs with the wives right now.
No,
All right.
they know better than I do. She knows better than I do.
All right, so next topic, and we'll put holidays to bed. What's your favorite holiday movie?
Favorite holiday movie?
Die Hard,
No.
Lethal Weapon.
Favorite Christmas movie?
I'm a Christmas Story guy.
I like A Christmas Story, Miracle on 34th Street.
Morning of Christmas, we do our Christmas private with the family here, and immediately AMC goes on with the round-the-clock marathon until we're ready to go.
Question.
Yeah.
Is Home Alone a Christmas movie or is it a Thanksgiving movie?
Home Alone would be.
Home Alone, they're decorated for
They're
Christmas.
decorating for Christmas.
But they're
I've been-
going to Thanksgiving.
Okay, you
Yeah.
watch it more.
I watch it more for Christmas than I would Thanksgiving, I think. It's usually on a whole lot more
I don't
towards
know.
Christmas.
Debate that, folks. Die Hard, Home Alone, Lethal Weapon.
Die Hard. Honestly, Die Hard.
Oh, Die Hard all the way.
Scrooge.
The guy the thing opens up. The elevator opens up, and it's the bad guy, and he's there, and he's got the Santa hat on, and says, "Ho, ho, ho! Now I have a machine gun too." It's all about the whole thing takes place at Christmas.
Okay. Agree to disagree.
All right, so
My wife would say Hallmark movie.
Kate over here from the cheap seats is saying Scrooged, right? Scrooged is her movie. It is the decorating movie. In other words, I know that things are about to get real when Scrooge goes on and she starts.
He wants to know.
Brian
if
wants
Chevy
to know
Chase,
if Chevy Chase was with Roddy while he's picking out the
You
tree.
know, he may have been there. I don't know for sure,
Oh, my
but
gosh.
thanks, Brian.
All right.
Wow.
So yes, don't let the Christmas discussion end here, folks. Keep it going. Put your comments live or after the fact. If you watch this, make sure you just comment on our feed, and we'll keep those discussions going. But right now, it's time to move on to Act 2. But before we do that, let's have a word from our sponsors.
Ladies and gentlemen, what I want for you to do right now, obviously we're having a good old time here at the 330 to go today. But I want you to go to His and Hers Wedding and Party Services page on Facebook right now. And you will see that they are running a special on lighting packages for next wedding season. If you book your wedding reception prior to January 1st, get this, all of their uplighting packages are 50% off. That is a bargain. I love it. In addition, they still have some slots open for holiday parties. We all love our holiday parties with our companies. Hey, check with your human resources. See if your company has their DJ. If they don't, I strongly recommend His and Hers. Give them a call. Tell them Roddy sent you. They will give you some love. We love His and Hers DJ and wedding service. I can speak very highly of them. So yes, go to their page, like them, and let's get ready for Act 2.
All right,
Hank.
folks. Act 2 is a more serious topic.
Calm down, baby.
Yeah, let's, as AC says, calm down, baby.
Christmas was fun. Thanksgiving's fun. But right now, we're going to talk Cavs basketball. So we had a little discussion last week. We touched on the health of the NFL, and we're going to transition this week and talk about basketball. And we're going to specifically focus on our Cleveland Cavaliers. Here
Our defending Eastern Conference champion.
we're going to call this the Q1. It's the quarter one review.
Yeah.
So we're about almost a fourth of the way through the season. We're getting there. We're close.
And I just have to shake.
What are we on? 20,
17, 18 games. It's still
about a fifth. We're about a fifth.
Yeah,
in.
it's 18 games in, I think.
About a
most.
fifth in. All right. So point is, we got a little taste of Cavs basketball at this point. Regular season's begun. So where are you on the Cavs? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they old? Are they over the top? Are they not salvageable? Do we not stand a chance against Golden State? Do we not stand a chance against the Celtics?
Oklahoma City.
But the nice thing is we only have to worry about one team out of the West, right? Because when we do make the finals again,
Whoa.
when we do make the finals again,
have you been watching?
All right, you know what? I'm going to sit back. I'm going to listen. You go. Here,
right,
folks, to bring you his take on where the Cavs are today. Let's hear it for Roddy Voorhees.
All right, folks. I get no love. Crickets, baby. Crickets. The Cavs. Where do I begin? I believe we're 8-7. I understand that the regular season doesn't matter, but it only matters when they get into the playoffs, and we know that they'll get into the playoffs because it's the East, and the East is weak. Hank, I'm telling you, I get disgusted when I watch this team. They made these free agent picks. They traded away Kyrie and got a point guard who can't even play yet in Isaiah Thomas. We don't know when he's going to play and if he's going to be the same player that he was or if he's going to be a shell of his former self, considering that he's, 5'7", maybe? They signed Dwayne Wade. I know he's LeBron's best friend. He's like 40. LeBron's getting up there in age. If you look at this team minus LeBron, what do we have? We are the geriatric squad of the NBA. Like it's sad.
Well, okay. First of all, I don't put anything. I don't put anything on age. Age to me isn't even part of the equation. I use it as I refer to mileage.
I refer to mileage and a 20-year-old.
No. Here's why. Look at Kobe. Look at Kobe when he retired. It wasn't the fact of how old he was. It was the mileage, and that's the issue with LeBron, right?
Okay, so the Cavs are 9-7.
Right, but the issue with LeBron is not his age. The issue with LeBron is that, am I correct? I might be wrong. If somebody fact check me out there, has LeBron been in the playoffs every year since he's been in the NBA?
No.
So he missed a couple years with the Cavs?
No. First two or three, maybe 4 years in, they didn't make the playoffs.
But once he started making the playoffs,
we make the playoffs. Yeah,
he's been in every year.
And how many NBA Finals has he been in?
And it's been long series and lots of series. So when I talk age, I'm not referring to the number. I'm referring to the mileage, and that is how many games have they played. And when
15.
You look at LeBron's career,
16.
He's played exponential more games than most other players in the league, even at the number of years. He's played 2 or 3 more full seasons just from the number of playoff games he's played.
So we'll start right now. LeBron right now is averaging more minutes a game than he has since I believe his rookie or second season.
Right.
That's going to catch up to him eventually.
Yes and no.
You can't average 38 minutes a night, and they play a rigorous 82-game schedule where you have nights where you play 2-3 games in a row, and we all love when they sit their star players for rest as we get closer to the playoffs, and I got to get this guy a rest because who wants to play 82 straight games?
There's 2 parts to it. Number one, he's not going to play as much once Isaiah and Derrick Rose come back. Okay.
Wait, Mr. Glass, Derrick Rose?
Once they're both back, he's not going to play as much.
Okay.
That's part one.
We'll agree to disagree on that.
Part two, and I know you know this. Him, Wade, all those other veterans, which they all are veterans. Okay?
Correct.
They've all done this so many times before. They're like going, oh, we have to do this again. They're winning right now out of spite, just when it counts. And if you look at the games, and I'll challenge you to go back and look at the games, I call them Big Brother games. Any game that has mattered, that was either on national television or was against a team with a winning record that actually mattered, they've either won or lost by, 4 points to the Rockets.
Okay.
And then the other game against the Knicks, they didn't care about the first game to the Knicks, but they cared about the second game with the big comeback.
That huge comeback, right.
Because the whole week they were spatting back and forth on their little Twitter nonsense, right?
Yeah.
So in what I call the Big Brother games, they've only lost one of those. Okay. So that being said, they're doing exactly what we've seen them do, and in the same situation where they've acquired basically a complete half a team they've acquired and gotten rid of half a team, and we've seen this happen how many times now in a row, right in a row. We've seen it happen every year because they keep changing the roster. And then they change coach, so you go from David Blatt to Ty Lue.
And they won the title when they made the switch.
And right now, if I were to give the analogy, here's my analogy I'm giving.
I should say LeBron James, head coach LeBron James. Just statistically, he is the head coach. Ty Lue's just the puppet, and LeBron's calling the shots. And you know it. You know I'm right.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
You know that LeBron gets what LeBron wants.
The analogy I'm using is right now they are a car going down the street without an alternator.
They're a car that's
they don't have an
years old. They're driving around.
Play an NBA basketball game without a point guard. Number one. Number two.
But wait, I thought
without a legitimate big man that runs the floor.
I thought Derrick Rose was our point guard.
We don't have a point guard right now.
Oh, that's right. He's hurt all the time.
You know who our point guard is? Iman Shumpert.
No, he's not. He's out.
He's now on for 2 to 3 weeks.
Right. Isaiah's got a busted hip.
It's either going to
LeBron's running point or Dwayne Wade.
Or Jose Calderon.
Oh, yeah. Woo! Another geriatric player. So, okay, let's talk about it. We have Kevin Love, right?
Hold on. Which right now is being forced to play center.
That's right. Tristan Thompson, Mr. Big free agent that we had to have.
He's out. He's hurt.
Did he even play? Mr. Rebound Machine guy that we had.
Kardashian. He's hurt.
Oh, Kardashian.
He's hurt.
Right. Tristan Kardashian.
So between injuries and most of our team playing out of position.
So are we running with a D-League squad?
We are still, I'm pointing right at it right there, 9-7.
Yes, and
we are still
9-7.
It doesn't matter.
In the East.
It doesn't matter. My 11-year-old daughter said to me, Dad, wake me in April.
Wake me in April. Okay.
Wake me in April.
All right. And I'll give you that. We'll see where this team is in April.
Who's the best player on the planet?
LeBron James.
I'm sorry?
I did say LeBron James.
Who's he play for?
The Cleveland Cavaliers.
So until that changes, we're going to be in the playoffs. I actually had a Facebook friend of mine yesterday on a whole different post state to me that the Cavs were not even going to make the playoffs this year.
No, they'll make the playoffs only because the Eastern Conference is weak.
That's just a bad take.
The East has legitimately probably 4, maybe 5 good teams.
All right, so to me, there's two questions that matter right now. Number one, how much do we miss Kyrie?
Kyrie?
Kyrie. And number two.
All right, well, hold on. Dave.
Hold on. We'll get to Dave in a second. Don't interrupt me. I'm asking my questions, man.
No, you don't get to ask your question.
And the biggest question is, do we stand a chance if we're all healthy against the Warriors?
No.
The way that this roster is constituted. Because that's the whole end goal. That's our whole purpose, is to play the Warriors. Or, I guess, we'll say
the Rockets
or the Rockets, right?
Possible. Anything's possible. The Spurs. Anything's possible.
Aye. All right, so we got a comment in from David texting.
And I couldn't agree more with what Dave said. The Celtics also got half of a new team. They're missing one of their biggest stars who broke his leg against the Cavs, and they're 15-2.
They play in the East.
And they play in the East, and they're young, and they want to put in the energy.
And they have probably the brightest,
congratulations, they just won November and October.
Okay.
And their trophy will be right next to Golden State's for having 73 wins in the regular season.
Okay.
So until the status quo changes, I am not giving the Celtics any credit or any due, because the last time I checked, who was their one loss to?
They have 2 losses.
They got 2 losses now?
They're 15-2.
I thought they were undefeated since us.
No, they were 15-2. That's a phenomenal record.
Can we do a fact check on that? Wow. We went to Stat Girl over the corner. She's got one job.
She is
Stat Girl, find us the Celtics record, and we're getting that we're number one.
The 15, I can tell you right now, they're 15-2. That I'll bet on it.
That we're number one.
I'll bet on it right now that the Celtics are 15-2. They've
right.
actually won. They lost their if I'm not mistaken, they lost their first 2 games, and they've won 15 straight.
Here's the kicker: when Isaiah comes back, it's not going to be a quick fix. We know this.
How do you know?
It's going to take weeks.
They have to get their chemistry. I get that.
Because 15-2. All right, they are 15-2. Thank you, Stat Girl.
Thank you.
All right, so and the other issue with our team right now is we know we're trading 2s for 3s. We lost a lot of three-pointers. And the other thing, and again, Crowder's incomplete as well right now too. I mean, folks, let's agree that there are a lot of issues. We know there's a lot of issues. Nothing's going to be a quick fix. But I'm talking Roddy off the I-480 bridge.
No. Roddy's not on the I-480 bridge.
Okay.
Because I know that we'll talk in April when this team may or may not figure it out.
Okay.
Right now, the Cavaliers are 5.5 games out of first.
Okay.
I understand that win-loss record pretty much means nothing.
Right.
But I would like to have home court.
We're not. No.
I would love home court.
No. We're not going to have home court.
We have the greatest fans in the world. I would love home court. We're not going to have home court.
We know we're not going to be the number 1 seed. We already know this.
Right.
That's a given. And we don't care. Look what happened last year. Look what happened the year before that. And the year before that. Okay. The point is, all right. Let me change the topic here.
Okay.
What if things don't turn around?
Then Tyler doesn't have a job.
Hold on. What do we do? I'm talking mid-season. We are 500 and we're in 9th or 10th.
Then they're going to have to make a move.
And we got our pick sitting there with Brooklyn.
You do, and you have. I believe they have a mid-level exception as well.
Do you trade that pick for someone like Cousins?
If you can get it. I don't know why they haven't done it now. Because we need a big guy, and we don't have one. Kevin Love is not a power forward. Kevin Love is not a center.
He's a good player.
He's a shooting guard or a small forward at best. In my opinion,
he's a very good player. And the issue is, though, we need somebody that can bang and somebody that's athletic. I thought that was going to be Jay Crowder. I got to tell you, I was excited
for his defense.
I was excited when he showed up. I've been disappointed with his output, defensively even. I mean, there's been a lot of times where
he's gotten beat.
He's being toasted right in the lane, and you're like, what the heck? You got brought here for your rugged defense. So I'm a little disappointed in that part of the trade. But yeah, I don't think Isaiah's a quick fix. And even when he does come back, it's going to take weeks for that team to figure themselves out. So this team's going to be in a constant state of flux throughout the course of your folks. You gotta keep the faith, stay the course. But again, I'm asking you, would you ever consider trading LeBron? I know he hasn't. Whoa!
Nothing.
Moonman,
You just hit a nerve.
Good day, sir.
Hit a nerve.
Out there, folks, would you ever?
Why do you do this?
Would you ever consider trading? LeBron has a no trade clause. We know this. Okay.
Correct.
Ooh, I'm even getting a glare from
Yeah.
Kate. Kate's giving me a glare.
You hit a nerve.
To preserve the sanctity of the organization and to allow us to have a future, would you consider trading LeBron James?
Absolutely no.
It goes back to my earlier statement, right?
He left once before and spurned us when he left.
My earlier statement was, who's the best player on the planet?
And it's LeBron James.
Okay, so if he's on our team, we still have a chance to win.
He's going to need some help. He can't do it alone.
Right, and the help is there. They just haven't done it.
Even Michael Jordan had Scottie Pippen, B.J. Armstrong, Dennis Rodman.
Don't even say Bill Cartwright.
Tony Kukoc, Bill Cartwright, Luke Longley. I can sit here and name John Paxson, Steve Kerr. He had players to help.
All right.
And they were role players, and they knew that he couldn't do it alone, and they had to help. The Cavs need help.
At the end of the day, we know where we're at. We know the drill.
We need help.
We know. I don't agree with that. I think we have the components and the pieces in place.
Nope.
I just don't think that they're healthy right now.
We need a big that can score 20 points, 10 rebounds. I thought that was going to be Kevin Love. I thought that's the reason we brought him here from Minnesota.
He does that, but he's not a center. He's not a center. We know this. And if you look at those junk games and the junk teams that did beat us, they have legitimate banger centers that cause us a lot of grief. So and that, to me, that was the biggest issue of the finals last year. Was not so much
we ran out of gas.
It wasn't so much Durant, it was McGee. It was the fact
it was JaVale McGee, it was Sean Livingston,
But I mean, think about that. How can they just go out and get a guy like that and we can't? That's what baffles me.
So Kevin Durant is a superstar.
But then
He's
they
playing
pick
with
a guy like McGee up off the street, and all of a sudden he's a world beater.
Hold on. Kevin Durant plays for Oklahoma City. He has Russell Westbrook, who, in my opinion, is probably one of the best all-around players in the game. His contract's up. He realizes that he'll never get anywhere unless he teams up and creates this mega team with Steph Curry, with Klay Thompson, with Draymond Green. They've created a monster in Golden State. Now everybody sees what Kevin Durant does, and they're like, okay, well, I want a part of it too. I'll take less money because I want a ring. I want to be on the best team. So heck with sportsmanship. I'll go. Let's go to Golden State. JaVale McGee, I guarantee, was given more money from other teams, decided to stay in Golden State because he knew, number one, they're a winner. Number two, they're the best team on the planet until somebody proves otherwise.
It's going to be a long ride, folks. Keep your seatbelts on and your trays in the upright position. Just be patient. Trust the process. I know we say that a lot, but trust the process. We'll touch back on this in about
Let's go 2 months.
Mid-January?
Let's go January. We'll talk about it in January. Like you've said before with Cleveland, you've said that on multiple times they're a flip switch team.
Yeah.
When the moment's big, when it's time to shine, they look unbeatable.
Yep. We'll touch back on this in late January, folks. Hey, until then, if you're interested in being one of our local sponsors,
we want local sponsors.
We did all those restaurants last time, and we'd love to have some of them be our sponsors, especially if they want to bring us some food. That'd be great.
Yes.
We've got some challenges that are going to be coming up pretty soon. But if you're interested in being one of our local sponsors, just feel free to contact us at 330-GO, and we'll work something out where, give us a couple bucks, and we'll display whatever it is that you want us to display, either in the foreground or the background, and we'll give you some advertising publicity for our show. We're going to be gaining traction here. As this is our second show.
We'll give you some mad love.
And just so you know, we've already picked our topics for our next episode. They kind of picked themselves. It was some debates that were thrown in my face the last few days. The first act 1 of episode 3, is going to be about all the grocery stores in and around the 330 and the shopping experiences that you have there, and a price comparison specifically for those stores. And act 2 is going to be about Ohio high school football in the state of the union when it comes to the football in the state of Ohio, is specifically focusing and taking a look at the relationship and the interaction between private schools versus public schools in regards to the results. So we're going to wait to do that show until our next show will be on December 6th. It'll be Wednesday, December 6th.
7 o'clock.
At 7 p.m. Our standard time.
Stakeout
Studios. And that way we'll have the final results from all the Ohio High School football championships. And we'll dive into that for Act 2. So grocery shopping and Ohio High School football, Acts 1 and 2. But right now, it's time to go. We've appreciated you. We've really enjoyed the interaction that you've given us tonight. Again, continue to make those comments on our feed in regards to all the topics that we cover with the Christmas and Thanksgiving traditions. Also, make sure you weigh in on the Cavs debate. There's a lot of strong opinions that folks have about where the Cavs are today. So right now, are we going?
We're going home.
Oh, I got it.
You forget
again,
what we're doing? It's your first day.
That'll be cut out of the podcast.
Wow.
So, yes, it's our second time doing this show, folks. So we're still learning on the fly. But I got a fever. But at the same time, he's got a fever for more cowbell. At the same time, we're really happy to be with you, and we're learning as we go. And here we go now, signing off once again from Stakeout Studios. And until next time, say goodnight, Shirley.
Good night, Shirley.
This podcast is a copyright of Moon Garden Media Limited.
Oh, just a lot of peanut butter.
Yeah.